In this video, we will discuss how to look at harvest reports and analyze data. To view harvest reports, go to the Analyze button in the bottom right-hand corner. At the top where it says 2021 corn harvest, we can simply select there to view different types of reports. For this example, we'll focus on the corn harvest example. So we can currently see that we've harvested 5 fields totaling 84.8 acres, 84.4 acres. Then we can see below that we are selected on fields, and then we can see the 5 fields that we have harvested. We can see the names of the fields, the level of yield on each field, which they are currently organized from highest yield to lowest yield, and then a green bar graph. The green bar graph represents the representative yield of each field, and then the dotted line represents your overall average yield to show how different fields perform relative to your overall average. At the very bottom of the screen, you can see your total average across the entire corn harvest. So a current average of 252.8 bushel per acre on our 84.4 acres. At the bottom, there's a 1, 2, 3, 4. If we select 2, that will show us the number of acres harvested in the field, the moisture on each field, along with the yield. We can also see the averages at the bottom. If we select 3, that will give us the total dry bushels that have been harvested from the field, also the last harvested date for that field. And then number 4 allows us to view the wet weight and the average speed for each field. I will go back to number 1. If we simply click on a field, that will allow us to view the variety information for that field. So this currently selected field has 2 varieties in it. We can see 639-40 yielded 251 bushel per acre in this field, and there was also a little bit of replant in this field designated by the replant variety, and we can see it was over 50 bushel less. If I hit the number 2 button at the bottom, that will allow me to see how many acres of each was in the field and also the moisture differences. If I select the back arrow in the top right corner, that will take me back to the original list. Where we have fields and varieties, if I select varieties, that will show me my overall performance on average of the different varieties that I have harvested. So I can see here I have 5 different varieties, and it gives me the overall yield in each one of those. Then if I select one of the varieties, it will tell me what fields that variety was harvested in and what it performed in each one of those fields. In this example, there is only one field showing that it has been harvested. The second variety here, we can see there's 2 fields that had that variety in it and how it performed in each one individually. I also have the ability on the right side to select the funnel icon that allows me to filter information. So I can choose to only look at certain varieties, apply that to my list to just view the information for that filtered data. If you would like to remove the filter, simply press the X buttons on the varieties to get back to the original list. So the filter allows us to filter by variety. We also have the option to filter by client, farm, field, along with the starting date. Also in our field list, if we go to 2 or 3 or some of the other information, each one of the columns is sortable. So in this example, we are sorting by yield with the highest yield on top and the lowest yield on the bottom. If I select yield, it will flip the list and put the lowest yield on top and the highest on the bottom. I can also do that with area, moisture, or any of the other columns to sort and make things easier to filter out. Once I'm complete, or I want to share the information, down in the bottom right-hand corner, we have a green circle button with an arrow on it, and that allows us to export information either as a PDF document or a CSV Excel file. If I choose PDF, that will allow me to either text, email, print, several different options to share that report that I'm currently viewing. So that is an overview of the analyzed feature and looking at harvest reports.